Okay, you guys, this was posted by someone on Reddit who lived in Springfield at the time before the murder and like around the time of the murder, and they said that they remember 3 things about Gypsy and Deedee that they knew. The first one is a cop gave Gyp a ride home. Deedee didn't want her in the home, but the cop said it was Gyp's only legal address, so she legally had to let her in. Which, if that's true, that's really sad because she didn't have to legally let her in. She was a fucking adult. Deedee did not have to take care of her anymore. So if the cop said that, he must have been a friend of Gyp's, obviously. He's probably somebody she was sleeping with. And he told Deedee that when it wasn't even true. Which is really, really sad because, you know, had she kicked her out, this would never have happened. Now, the second one, I think that this one might be about Dan, because if you guys remember, she actually ran away with him twice, not once. And I think that it might have been the first time that she ran away with him that she doesn't talk about, but she won't mention it at all. She won't talk about it. But it says, a guy told Gyp he couldn't afford to take care of her the way she liked, or the way she wanted, so she up and left. Which, that sounds like Dan at the time. He was a homeless couch surfer, so sounds like it could be him. Now, this last one is a bit more interesting. If anyone remembers, there was like a picture of Deedee and Gypsy on a couch with a guy, and it was the friend Sebastian, and Gypsy seemed to like have a big crush on him, and she like named her Wi-Fi Sebastian, because that was his name, and there was like a device named Sebastian in the house somewhere. I think that this might be about him. It says a guy broke up with her. She told him she was pregnant. Then she contacted his family and friends or someone, causing issues. So he may not, like, I think that he was too good looking, because I've seen the picture of them on the couch together, but I don't have it anymore. But here's his mugshot. And I think that he's like too attractive to have dated someone like Gyp, especially back then when he was younger. He probably could have done better. But the funny thing is, his name is actually Sebastian Darkstar Amos. And Gypsy was going to name her kid with Ryan Loki Darkstar, which is really funny. Somebody said that in one of the comments, and I don't remember that. I remember them naming their kid Race and Renee Anderson, but I don't remember Loki Darkstar. Well, I think I remember Loki, but not the Darkstar part. But yeah, but maybe they weren't even together. Maybe they were just screwing around, and she said that she got pregnant when he said he didn't want to do anything with her anymore. Because, I mean, she looks pretty terrible, so I don't see a normal-looking guy wanting to be with her. But, you know, I could be wrong. And also, this one is an interesting comment. It says, one of the neighbors said Deedee put black garbage bags out on the street, and Geppetto was dragging them back into the house one by one. Which, could that be why there were so many of those black trash bags everywhere? Like, I've tried to look into them in the evidence photos, and I know that a lot of the stuff appeared to be Gypsy's because it was like Stitch dolls, house slippers, random other crap, but it's hard to tell what's what. But it really does look like a lot of that stuff was like put there, like Deedee was like going through something or trying to kick Gypsy out. I think that she was, because you wouldn't just, like, if you were a hoarder that was leaving stuff there, you wouldn't like leave angel statues sitting on the edge of a couch like that. You would set them on the floor or something. You would have things stacked up. This stuff looks like it was, you know, just put there. And this is a little bit hard to see, but this is more information on the person that had the 3 facts that they remember. It says in 2015 or 2016, I remember hearing by locals there were possibly 2, but at least one guy for sure before and during the Dan days. For the life of me, I've not been able to remember the names. I asked a few people about it, and they don't know. They were sporadically, randomly around Gyp and Dee, and talked to Dee, but not as much Gyp. Hearing Sebastian didn't ring a bell. I just kept thinking I heard a T name. Maybe Richard Keene? I've been hoping the FOIAs would help connect the dots. I've remembered the stories in here before, and to a few creators and their lives like fancy, hoping someone knew info. And just so we're clear, I don't mean that this guy's like attractive, I just mean like for Gypsy, he's attractive. Like he kind of looks like a mountain rapist or something. But Jipper, like this is what old Jipper the Fart Ripper's used to. Look at that man. It's there. There's no way he's 6 foot. And they're both wearing tennis shoes. Yeah, look at that. Alright, here is a picture from the crime scene, and also another thing, we have Gypsy sitting on this couch to do some of her videos, so we know that the couch was cleaned off, like, relatively recently, you know, to the crime. And here's some of the crap we have. And see, there's like angel statues there. So a lot of this stuff had to have been just put here. And see, there's the stitch. And again, I was wondering if maybe some of these like magazines and stuff like that wasn't for her little art stuff. Like the mask and stuff too. And then like right here, it makes me wonder if maybe Deedee wasn't making her clean out that room. Like maybe that junk room that they had, maybe that was all Gyp's stuff. And she was making her clean that out before she left or something. This is like so random. Here's another one, and it's like just more, this one looks like wrapping paper and boxes and stuff. Doc McStuffins. And there's a laptop box. Wonder if she was trying to get rid of that so that the police didn't know about it. And it is for the HP laptop, and I think that's the one that she destroyed. And maybe it was Gyp cleaning this room out so that she could, you know, try to destroy some of the evidence or something. Who knows? You know, she wasn't very smart with how she did this, so who knows what she thought. She could have been doing this because she thought that certain evidence was going to, like, point to her and she was going to get rid of it. Then here's like more boxes of like random mail and medical whatever and random papers. Mandy also says that she thinks that a lot of this was from Gypsy looking for that money that her mom had taken out of the safe that police found. Remember, it was like $14,000 or something that Gypsy tried to get, but she couldn't